That was my excitement before watching this movie. But after watching this movie, I'm like, before starting the review, let me take a moment to watch this. Wonder Woman is the new DC movie. What? Yeah, it's DCEU, okay. So it's the new DCEU movie starring the girl from the Fast and Furious franchise who only came after the fourth part and dies in the sixth part. The guy from Star Trek, and we only know him from Star Trek. So DC has a lot of movies. Like, it has the weirdest movie, that is Batman and Robin, and it has the best Batman movie, that is The Dark Knight. But then Zack Snyder invented the DCEU, which is DC Extended Universe, which has to distinguish from the previous DC movies that they were making, like the Dark Knight trilogy. So the first movie in that was directed by Zack Snyder, Man of Steel. By my opinion, you can see I love Superman from that movie. I just love the action sequences of that movie. But the story overall, it wasn't that great. It was good. The movie was fun. It was a good action popcorn movie. Then came last year's Batman v Superman, which critics hate, fans hate, but I love. I think we got to see the showdown between Batman and Superman, and there was a lot of political story in that, which was very intriguing to me. I watched that movie more than 5 times, and I am never tired of watching that movie. And then came the abomination against comic book movies, Suicide Squad. You want to know my hate on that movie? Please go and check out my review for Suicide Squad. I hated that movie like hell. It is number 1 worst from last year. They went on a journey to make DC type of fun with those new trailers and colorful, but they just failed very badly. That movie just, we don't have to talk. So all the things were on the shoulders of this movie, which is Wonder Woman. I waited for this movie as soon as I saw Wonder Woman popping up in Batman v Superman. It was a very cloud cheering moment and everyone just lost their minds, including me. And ever since that shot, I was waiting for Wonder Woman. And as soon as the trailers came, I was like, this action scenes are just looking great. Does it live up to the hype? First of all, the early reviews were great. Now the reviewers are giving it, the best DC movie since The Dark Knight. I didn't like this movie. It's not like I hated this movie just like Suicide Squad. I like it a bit more than Suicide Squad. But this movie just failed to bring what we expected it to bring. The energy that we expected it to bring. Now the first half is great. I love the first half, which is this establishing the characters thing, and the colors used in this movie are great. The 3D effects are also okay, not that bad. I think the first half, the establishing all the origin story of Wonder Woman from childhood to princess, I think was phenomenal, and I thought the whole island sequences were great. In the first half, we get a lot of jokes. And they are not like forced jokes, they are good jokes. We were like, okay, we have established the characters, so now the second half will be full of action. And then the first time we get Wonder Woman blocking the bullets, and we are like, yeah, we are getting more action. But then after that action sequence, the movie again takes a slow pace, and it suddenly becomes a very slow movie and an emotional movie. I know they're focusing on giving characters depth so that when something bad happens, we will care about it. I thought that the first half gave us those character moments and the second half should have been just action. But then the end climax just becomes so convoluted and there is so many things going on in the climax altogether, and it just becomes slow. Then it becomes full of CGI, then it becomes action sequence. It's not a good film. I think it doesn't live up to the hype. For me, it's my opinion. I don't think it's Suicide Squad bad or Batman and Robin bad, but I thought just because of the second half was not good, the whole movie doesn't live up to the expectations. The first half is good, you can watch the movie for that, but the second half doesn't give you those action sequences you were waiting for. And the biggest negative is the villain of this movie. The villain does a thing that reminded me of a scene from a Bollywood movie, and this is that scene. The villain is Carl from Krish 3. But guys, I had a lot of expectations with this movie but didn't live up to the hype. It was very colorful. It had great action sequences in daylight, but at the end of the day, in the last climax, it's just a dark climax, and because of 3D, we can't see much more things. And I just hate Wonder Woman after watching this movie because she can't hold a whole movie on her shoulder. I was just wondering, why don't the Marvel Cinematic Universe guys make a movie on Black Widow? Now I know that, because she can't hold the whole movie on her shoulders. And I thought the story was very one-dimensional. That was my biggest negative. Story was very one-dimensional. It was going in a straight line. It didn't have a lot of plot points. I'm very sad for Justice League because it has to have a good film. I am getting bad feelings because that is based in the whole night. And one last thing I wanted to talk about is that this is a new trend in Hollywood. The movie gives the characters some moment, like in the movie The Dark Knight. They gave characters so much depth in that movie. Just because of that, Dark Knight came like 9 years ago, and just go ahead of it. Make comic book movies just like Marvel. Learn something from them, please, because that movie gave characters moments. So nowadays that is the trend, which started again with Logan. Don't talk to me about that movie, please. We just want a good popcorn enjoyable movie, which I will get from Spider-Man Homecoming without a doubt, and which will be way better than this movie. So guys, how many stars would I give Wonder Woman out of 5? I would give this movie 2 out of 5. I was never expecting that with this movie. I thought I would give it 4 or 5. I was expecting that, but this movie doesn't live up to the hype of 3 stars. The movie was releasing and I made this sketch of Wonder Woman. You know, I loved Wonder Woman. The character is great. Just tell me in the comments how is this drawing, please. Please watch it in 2D if you want, or you can wait for the DVD. It's not that kind of a great DC film that you want. But Gal Gadot in this movie was great for me. She has done a great job in this movie. Chris Pine also did a good job, but just because of the script doesn't line up so well, they are useless. This was my review for Wonder Woman. If you like this review, please like and share this video, and please guys subscribe. And always remember, wherever there are movies, there is Aamir. So guys, see you next time.